Hello guys and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I made these paintings in watercolors. This technique is called negative painting, meaning you add darker colors to the background of your shapes and build up your layers. So I start by adding outlines of the shapes that I want to draw. In this case I want to draw leaves. Make sure to use simple shapes, especially if it's first time you're trying out this technique. The more details you add, the harder it will get for each layer that you go. I need to mention that I'm using 100% cotton watercolor paper called Pressed. It's very important to choose a high quality paper for this technique because you're going to add a lot of layers and you need to make sure that your paper absorbs a good amount of water. Now I'm adding the first layer of paint while the paper is still wet. This is how you create this blurry effect and smooth transition between colors. Be careful so you don't add too much paint into your first layer. We want to keep it pretty light since it's our first layer. I recommend using a hairdryer to speed up the process, also to avoid warping because you are going to add a lot of layers and you want to keep your paper flat. So after the first layer has dried, I'm starting to add my next layer of paint, and as you can see I'm not painting inside of the leaves but outside. So to get this nice smooth transition, I start again by wetting the paper and then dropping the paint. After my second layer of paint has dried, I start drawing new shapes behind the first layer. So in this case I'm going to add another layer of leaves behind the first one, and I'm overlapping objects. This creates a sense of depth. Make sure to do that. You want to overlap your objects. So now I repeat the same process as before, and I add more paint to the background. This will be our third layer of paint. And again, make sure that you paint behind the objects. All of the objects that you have drawn, you paint on the empty space. So again, I'm repeating the process of drawing new shapes behind my leaves. So this will be the third layer of objects that I'm going to add. You choose how many layers you want to add and how much details you want to create in your painting. So at this point, I'm drawing and painting directly with the watercolor. This is going to be the last layer of paint and shapes that I'm adding. However, I recommend using a pencil for outlining shapes, especially if it's the first time you're trying out this technique. At this point you could call your painting finished, but I want to add another layer of golden details, and I wasn't super happy with the hard edges as you can see that my leaves have. So I went ahead and using a clean wet brush, I just brush over the whole canvas. Be very careful with this process because it can ruin your painting if you overdo it, and when you draw the brush, draw it very lightly. Also, I'm using a paper towel to remove the extra water and paint on the paper. Also, if you want to make some part lighter, when you lift up the paint, it will help you achieving that. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this tutorial, please support me by clicking the like button and subscribe to see more videos like this.